I started when I was 7. I was trying different sports at the club, and I think my father or my mother and father brought me to the club. And yeah, I tried several sports, and squash was one of them until I just found my potential, and I only focused on squash. I was around 7 years old, yeah. The way it was taught at the club, it was like they tried to approach it as like the fun sport. Yeah, so I used to like love my time when I still love my time, but like when I was younger, when it was not like as hard as training as now, I used to love like to go, and then it was like try to hit the balloons with my racket and everything. So it was very nice back then, yeah. So like it's like six times a week. I'm always at the club if I'm not at school, so I'm always at the club. Nowhere else to go. So yeah, like I try to put all the time I have on court, and I think it's paying off. So first, like I tried swimming, I did diving. I know diving is very popular here, right?
Yeah.
And so I did diving, I did swimming. I was very good at diving, and then I did handball. I played handball for quite some time, but then it was at this point where I stopped doing everything and did handball and squash. But then I didn't like the way that when we would win a match in handball, even though like if I did the most and I got the most goals, we all got the credit. I didn't like this, so I just switched to squash. Just so if I win, I only get the credit. Might be a bit selfish, but. Yeah, so like I do 6 days a week, rest on Fridays, and yeah, I try to put as many hours as I can on court. Do like every day I do solo, even if it's going to be too much, but I just put the solo in, whether I can fit it anywhere of the day. A lesson, training in like a physical session, and then maybe hit with someone at night. It's usually I like to keep the days like very similar to each other, like keep a routine. So yeah, that's how it is. Of course, yeah, that's the most important thing, because you've got so many tournaments in the calendar, so you need to be like very aware of what happens, because you can be good one day, the other day you're injured. So yeah, like loads of stretching, warm up properly. I mean, sleep and eating is like, that's like the top of the list. You need to sleep very well, eat very well. And then of course like these recovery methods, whether it's an ice bath or a massage. But yeah, I think like recovering is maybe the second most important part if you're looking to go pro on the tour. Yeah, no, he's a great player, of course. I mean, I knew I was going to have a good battle against him before I even went there. I had an eye on him. And no, like winning this tournament was like a relief. I could finally breathe, and it's like I've been going after it for like 3 years. So yeah, no, of course, like winning this tournament is like by far the most important like moment of my life. Well, actually, no, like I had my best career win this week. Like my first top 20 win against Swiss player Dimitri. But yeah, no, yesterday's match was. I think I played well for a certain part. I was like 1-0 and 8-4 up. Should have closed that, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to learn way more. So yeah, I know what I did wrong, and I'm of course going to put that through training, and can't wait to get back to training to win the next time. Yeah, I mean, on court, if you want to get to like a high level, you need to have a good like self-reflection of yourself. You need to know what you're doing right and wrong. Mid-match, I knew what I was doing exactly wrong. Tried to change, but maybe it was too late. But yeah, no. As soon as I finished, I said to myself, no, I need to work on that, and I was like, yeah, like happy that I could catch that. But like, I want to get back to training. I even asked them if the courts were open. Yeah, well, I like the idea of like hitting into space. I like to see where my opponent is, like watch him, and I like to study my opponent very well before I play with him as well. So yeah, but it's like over the years, I think I've developed into like I have the balance between like defending and like attacking. So no, yeah, I'm like happy with the way I'm playing now. Whenever I go against a top player, I'm like, yeah, there's a chance. There's like this big chance where you should win. So like hang in there, give him a hard time. He's going to be nervous playing against a younger person. So yeah, give him a hard time, start very well, and like I always have this mentality where I have nothing to lose now. So I've got to use these years until where I'm the older one and I have the pressure. My biggest tip would be try to spend as much time on court alone, not with a coach as well. Like stay on court alone, you'll develop more things. You'll learn your game even better, you'll develop things on your own. You don't always need a coach, but like I would say the most important part is like just stay on court. Stay on court, keep hitting the ball, you'll find new things alone. The second best thing is try to be physically as well prepared as possible. The physical game now has like grown so much, and you need to be on a very high level to compete in like the top. So I would say right after being on court a lot is like having a very, very, very good fitness trainer. So like tactically, it's usually developed when you watch a lot of matches, and when you like come down and like sit and like, oh, I'm going to watch this match to see how he got himself out of this situation or how he won this match. And but like technical, it's like the yeah, I would say technical and fitness wise, it's the most two important like hours I've spent on. So yeah, like I think all my training is about the technicalities and the fitness work. So yeah, these are my two biggest parts. I think the mental training I develop more through matches. When I get put in tough situations and like life situations, it's like, but I think I developed that on my own in matches. I don't think I didn't really need to work on it. Well, so the facility here, this one I was very like surprised. It had like only glass courts. This is like so new. There wasn't any like facility like that before, and the glass courts are very good. I've hit on it multiple times. The wall is accurate, floor is nice. Shanghai is very clean. It's very clean, but my only problem was the food. I'm not really adjusted to the food, but yeah, it's very clean, very chilled, calm, not noisy, and yeah. But I really like the facility here a lot, and the court they put down there at next to the swimming pool. By the end of 2025, I would be really hoping for a top 15 finish. I think it would be very achievable, and hopefully get my top 15 finish and get my second World Juniors.